definitely a bit easier for Mindfreak. So
yep.
if that works out and different than a 4-0 victory for one of these two teams, I'm going to be pretty happy with that one. 2 4-0s in a row is not my kind of day. So let's see how this goes. Mindfreak in the green, Athletico in the white. Going to start off here at Lighthouse on Ilios.
Yeah, pretty similar rosters being run by both sides. Athletico have the better positioning right now, though, as they're able to force Mindfreak away. Athletico are the ones that have a little bit more terrain to play with here. Right now, you can already see Athletico starting to be a little bit favorable. Lasky down very low, does need to get healed up, but Athletico, their rotations are far better than Mindfreak's at the moment, and the dives.
Yeah, going to dive straight out here is Lasky onto the point and gets eliminated almost immediately by this Athletico lineup. And well, without any sort of hassle, Athletico take the point and now push on through to try and see if they can stagger any of these players here from Mindfreak.
USMC was super strong on the Zarya last week. We'll definitely keep an eye on him. Up to 70% already off that one fight for Athletico. I think Mindfreak just sort of put a little bit too much pressure on themselves there to actually make something happen. The dives were a little ill-timed, a little bit uncoordinated, and as a result, Athletico, they let them come too. And eventually, it went the way of Athletico. Now USMC's got a grab built up already. He's going to look for that in this fight.
Yeah, grab ready and available. Not much to deal with it either, to be perfectly honest. Ready to throw it out. Chasing them back. Is this the time to throw it out and capture them? Yes, it is. Transcendence Force there onto Goobs as well. Everyone stays alive for now. Self-destruct comes through. Finds Lasky. They'll take that. That's 2 ultimates used by Athletico. 1 there for Mindfreak. And, well, this time they're going to be a little bit more successful on the chase. But Jordan, Athletico, so aggressive.
Yeah, I do feel like Goobs has been a little bit of a standout for Mindfreak. Hard as it is to stand out against, obviously, Sydney Drop Bears last week, I do think he was probably the most solid. Able to bring up a few nice plays on the Zenyatta. Able to build the Transcendence up quite quickly here as well for Athletico. Now they have to deal with a few of the ultimates being built up actually by Mindfreak, but that said, they've got 2 support ults of their own.
Oh, Primal Rage going to get popped there as well by Gob, and this is going to make life really difficult.
Not a great grab.
On search, yeah. Finds literally only Termo, who eventually goes down to Lasky. That was probably to be expected. Mindfreak, everyone still alive for now. If they're going to win a fight, it's going to be this one. The rest of Athletico are going to fall back onto the point and hold it as long as possible. Evie has a sound barrier as well. If she pops that one, that's going to keep them alive for a very long time. Does manage to boot the Brigitte off as well. And up at 95%, Mindfreak finally win a fight and finally capture the point.
Yeah, it might have been a little bit of a late Transcendence out there from Money. It was Termo that got caught in the grab and he would have survived, but Money just half a second late on the Transcendence, doesn't manage to keep Termo alive, and then the rest of the Athletico players do start to crumble around that once the Transcendence did fade. Mindfreak able to flip it over, but only at 95%. Athletico have started off nicely. USMC's built a grab up in that meanwhile. Yeah. So, again, we're going to be seeing the same old out here from Athletico. Once again, they're going to be looking for a big grab.
Ready to throw out. I was going to say, I thought it was about to go there, but not even needed just yet. There we throw. Graviton Surge comes through. Self-destruct comes out from Mindfreak. Everyone knocked down as well. So that was a great combo coming out between
Christoph and Lasky.
There you go. Lasky coming out with the Earth Shatter. Knocked them all down. Nice little clean.
Yeah, and that's the trouble sometimes when you're not running a Reinhardt for yourself. You can see Gob is on the Winston, and while you can still block the Shadow with the Winston bubble, it is a little bit more difficult than doing it with the Reinhardt barrier.
A lot more difficult.
This time for Athletico, it's not going to pay off the Graviton Surge. They'll have probably at least 2 more fights, I would say, here for Athletico, depending on how they go.
Yeah, Trans available for money here as well. That's the only ultimate up at the moment. Kamskis look like they're going to go low. Stays alive, pushes through, back onto the point. Sound barrier comes out just in the nick of time there from Fractured. Is it going to be enough? Money pops his as well. It's a 1-for-1, the DMAT coming out there. But for now, Mindfreak seem to be getting the picks here. Atletico going to lose this fight as well, Jordan. We're going to be at almost 99-99, probably 99-95 to be honest.
A bit unfortunate there for Atletico. USMC caught around the wall from where Money was using the Transcendence, and obviously you need line of sight, and he was behind the wall, so he wasn't getting the Transcendence healing, and then USMC does fall, and actually Mindfreak might win this. Someone needs to touch.
Oh, just...
Cobb didn't, he didn't quite get the jump right. I was wondering if he got in there and actually sort of just ticked the point, but it's kind of hard to actually I got to be fair to Gob there. It's quite hard to make a jump like that on the Winston, because of the way that the jump propels you, it's very easy to just sort of clip a wall and be forced away from the point. So that is a little unfortunate for Athletico. Who knows whether they would have won that final fight, but definitely a good start for Mindfreak. A very solid comeback into that game. Nice usage of the ultimates. Great stuff, great combos out from Lasky, obviously from Christoph as well with that Diva Bomb. Cool Whip had a couple of good Graviton Surges out there as well. One that wasn't quite so amazing, but definitely one that was quite good. So fairly solid stuff out from Mindfreak, and impressive to be able to get that first round.
Well, that's the start that they needed. They'll be looking to finish it off here as we come across the Ruins, and that would be enough, Jordan, to put them 1-0 up here. So this is the time to strike for Mindfreak. Be a very promising start in this best of 4 up against Athletico, that is for sure. Going to follow Fractured out here on the Lucio. Bit of damage going across the board, but everyone's still alive for now. The point about to unlock as well. We'll see which way Mindfreak choose to push for now. Athletico sitting on the point. It's up to Mindfreak to attack.
Yeah, and Mindfreak are attacking indeed. Lasky, the one pushing forward once again, leading the charge on the main tank of Winston, but just forced away. It's really a bit more of a skirmish than anything else there, but Athletico had the numbers in the positions that they needed to be. And Athletico have to fall away just because of the number, or the amount of damage that Athletico was able to put out onto Lasky. Scares him off.
Yeah.
Without your main tank being healthy enough to control the fight, can be very tough.
All support ultimates available, and 1-on-1 going to be used right now, but it's Athletico who are getting the pops in terms of ultimate charge. Self-destruct right in the middle, finds Cool Whip. Not a bad pick to start things off, less than ideal for Mindfreak. Athletico going to try and push through. You can see there, Lasky has popped the Primal Rage, as has Gob. Who's going to get the better of who right now? We'll have to wait and see. Looks to me that maybe Mindfreak going to get forced back once again. And every fight that continues is in the favor here of Athletico because they control the point. That
really sucks for Cool Whip as well, being the one to go down. It does mean USMC is going to pull ahead when it comes to the Graviton Surge charge time. He's up to 50% plus, and Cool Whip's still 30% behind. So big advantage right now for Athletico, and they already control the point. Mindfreak need to find a way to get back into this, and they've swapped over to the Reinhardt to hopefully give them that chance.
Self-destruct does find Gob. That's a very big pick. Mindfreak now onto the point. Athletico up to 65%, but they may not be able to win this fight. They are going to hold out as long as they can. Money going to pop the Transcendence. That will definitely help. Gob going to swap across to Reinhardt as well. Zarya out with the Graviton Surge.
Again.
Fractured goes down.
It's another player that's caught out of the line of sight of the Transcendence. That time, great Transcendence from Goobs, but unfortunately could not keep Kamskis alive.
Yeah. Lasky here with the Reinhardt, going to drop back, holds the team. However, Athletico now up to 90%, Jordan, and they are staggering this this Mindfreak lineup. Something shocking.
Yeah, definitely looking very solid right now. Mindfreak are going to even struggle to get a touch onto the point. Lasky not going to be the one charged with that duty. Oh, the block!
No. It looked like maybe that Earth Shatter was going to be the one that was going to help, but in this case, not the case. Does manage to find Gob, who charges in. Goes down there to Lasky, still has the shield to hold against his self-destruct. Won't do what it needs to do for now. We are into overtime. Only so much you can do charging into a Transcendence, that is for sure. USMC throws out the Graviton Surge. Lasky down. Money finds one as well. Athletico going to bring this point back into their favor. We should theoretically, Jordan, be at 1-1.
Well, unless that was a big self-destruct, USMC might not be too keen on getting caught off by that self-destruct.
No.
Thought he was going to be safe, but apparently not. Now that sort of throws a bit of a spanner in the works here for Athletico, as they do have to play with 5 for quite a moment, and it does take Zarya quite a long time to run back. No ultimates here for Athletico to really get that punch through to finish things off just yet. Same can be said though for Mindfreak.
Yeah, Fractured goes down as well. Lasky going to get found out. See you later. I said it before, I'll say it again, Jordan. Athletico going to find this point and make it 1 apiece here on Ilios.
Well, that's what they needed. That's that one big, solid punch that they needed, and Gob is going to give them that with the Oceania on Reinhardt. Athletico much more solid on the second round by Ruins of Ilios than Mindfreak were on the first. So far, I think things still leaning toward Athletico a little bit for me. Interested to see what the change-up is going to be from either side, if any, when we do come here onto Well. We do like to see a little bit of Pharah action. Would not be surprised to see that out from either of these two teams, though neither team for their own right have a particularly real tendency to play the Pharah.
Yeah, dancing around the windmill. Obviously, you've got the boop there as well to knock everyone into the well. any number of reasons to play Farah here on well. But let's see how these two teams line up.
Yeah, USMC is going to go over to the McCree, which we do tend to see every now and then. So the longer the fight goes here, the better it is going to be for Athletico. So he does get Deadeye up as well. That is going to be a great zoning tool to keep Mindfreak off the point. And already Mindfreak are being kept off the point. So USMC just needs to be sure that he can play quite safely here behind his front line.
That's a pretty big dive as well coming out from Mindfreak. We'll see whether it pays off for Lasky or not. Ooh. This time they're going to go in underneath the windmill, but it's not going to work out here for Mindfreak at all. Athletico finding all the picks, everyone here for the team Ath staying alive, and they're going to be able to grab the point and do so with relative ease right now.
Not easy for poor USMC to get hits in there because you just literally can't see what's going on. I think that's one of the big problems when you're playing in a deathball composition like this, as most specifically as a hit scan character, you just can't aim. You can't see anybody. You just have to spam away and hope for the best. USMC, though, has built up 84% of the Deadeye, so been able to do that quite quickly indeed. We'll be expecting to see that pop down here as well. Athletico able to rotate their way around the point here, keeping the well between them and Mindfreak, and that's great because there's so much pressure now for Mindfreak when they jump in that they have to be aware of Gob with the Hulk.
Yeah, goes to use the Deadeye, actually cancels it, Jordan. Lasky going to get found out there by Turmo anyway. Yeah, easy life, just reload. Look at this. They're all going to jump into the well here. Not many of them forced, to be perfectly honest. They know they have to try this one again, and they don't want to feed over too much ultimate charge to Athletico in the process.
Well, starting to look a little bit dire right now for Mindfreak. Athletico definitely quite far ahead when it comes to the ult economy. Mindfreak only now coming up on some ultimates. This fight will be a bit more of a banger for Mindfreak. They'll be able to throw a little bit more out, but Athletico certainly have the tools to deal with that. Sound barrier for Eevee should keep everybody alive here. Yep. Mindfreak are really just having troubles getting on top of Athletico right now. I think they're super scared of this Hulk presence.
Yeah, it's definitely tough, and every time we see Lasky dive, at least this time, Lasky will have the Primal Rage available, pops it in the nick of time. Gob has the Supercharger, throws the bongos down, and that might be enough, but Fractured gets rid of it straight away. USMC uses the Deadeye, picks up one, continues through. Zol finds Cool Whip as well, so that's a nice little pick. Is it going to be enough here for Athletico to hold on? They stop Mindfreak. The ticks continue to go into their favor, up to 90%.
Yeah, positioning is just so good here from Athletico, really making life difficult for Mindfreak. And Cool Whip has had the entire round, hasn't built up a Graviton Surge just yet. He hasn't been able to get damage out because they've literally all just been standing behind the Orisa shield. And then by the time the Orisa shield starts to get broken, there's a Deadeye that you have to zone away from. There's a self-destruct you have to zone away from. It's looking like it's over for Mindfreak right now.
We've been playing rinse and repeat here from Mindfreak, and it has not been working for them. Let's see if this is the one. Self-destruct actually will not find any picks for now. They say that, but the DMEC does come out. That's got to count for something. Cool Whip finds Turmo as well. Graviton Surge coming out from Mindfreak. They are throwing everything they have. Money uses the trance. Will stay alive for now, but all it's going to do is slow this down. Mindfreak will be able to capture the point at 0 to 99%, and they've got a whole lot of work in front of them.
Well, it cost them almost everything to get that done. The grab self-destruct coming out in that fight, and eventually Athletico do fall, but like you said, 99% secured for them already, so they have so much time to charge up ults, and to be fair, they don't even really need it. Deadeye is here. They're going to have the bongo down for Gob shortly. Supercharger obviously going to be very, very nice across the board here, specifically for USMC. Need some support ultimates, though, from Athletico before they really commit too hard.
Yeah, looking to take the high ground here and have been successful now, pushing towards the point. Deadeye used in combination with the Supercharger, Jordan. Everyone just going to try and get out of the line of sight. That's the right way to play it. Now the fight comes through. Athletico have used their ultimates. Only the self-destruct remains. The Supercharger goes down as well. Trance going to come out here from Money. Is that going to be enough? Again, they're hiding there with Gob with that big shield. The shield goes down. Lasky found out.
Big grab.
Yeah, this is right in the middle of it, Jordan. Is it behind the shield? It is. Finds Gob to Hermo down. Mindfreak hold the point for now.
Oh, well, now starting to get a little bit worried, actually, for Athletico. That was the fight that they should have won, if any. And Mindfreak able to turn it around. Nice usage out of the support ultimate from Fractured, keeping everyone on Mindfreak alive when they needed to. And then a great grab from Cool Whip. Exactly what they needed to hold on. Now a change-up going to come for Athletico, as once again they're going to go back to the standards composition. USMC will not have time to build up a grab here, so he's literally just banking on these bubbles from Zaya to get himself charged up and be able to put a lot of damage out. Athletico, this is their last attempt.
Rally comes through from Termo, everyone, with Armour now available here for Athletico. Back onto the point. Can Mindfreak hold on right now, looking for that first pick? Zol's about to get D-Max. See ya later. Nice work from Lasky. Everyone looking low, but two big picks coming out from Atletico's sound barrier going to be used by Mindfreak, but they've only got 4 people alive. Graviton Surge used as well. Money down, Evie down, USMC. Mindfreak going to pick up Ilios here by the looks of things, Jordan. 2 self-destructs at the same time. It's a 1-for-1, but it's Mindfreak who ends up with players on the point.
Wow.
2-1 over Atletico. Big plays. This game just got exciting.
It certainly did. That was fantastic stuff from Mindfreak. In particular, I got to say, Cool Whip, those 2 Graviton Surges right at the end of things there to bring it back for Mindfreak. Absolutely massive, perfectly placed, catching all of Athletico. And it really did look like Athletico were going to win that fight. There was the D-Mech, of course, onto Zol, but then Evie gets a pick. I think then USMC got a pick as well. One of those kills was onto the Brigitte as well. Evie knocking him into the well. But in the end, such a big grab. And the finish up there from Cool Whip as well. Like, he must have been 100% charged up in that final fight, because to be able to get rid of all 4 players that were stuck in that grab that quickly, that's a huge amount of damage done from him. And word on the street was that we should keep an eye on Cool Whip. Now, I didn't think that it was necessarily so impressive last week, but so far today...
But what do you do in that sort of up against the drop bears? You can only be so good, right?
But so far today, Cool Whip looking pretty solid on the Zaya. I've seen 1 grab, which I was not particularly impressed with, but every other one was a very, very solid Graviton Surge indeed. And then obviously to be able to not only get a good grab, but I think to be able to have follow-up from it is the real key. Like, sure, you can catch 6 people in a grab. That's great. That's fantastic. But it doesn't matter if you're not able to get the final kills in the end. But almost every time we've seen a good grab out here from Cool Whip, it's been followed up on by Mindfreak. And that's not only on him, but also on Mindfreak.
Yeah, and I think when you say 1 bad grab, that was the first grab as well.
That was the first grab, yeah.
So, you know, you can give Cool Whip a little bit of leniency there, perhaps, for being unsuccessful the first time around. But now, Mindfreak 1-0 up against Atletico. This is, you know, we have seen in the past where sometimes control has been a little bit closer, but the better team, or the favoured team, should I say, normally comes through with the victory. And we're like, oh, if only the other team had just come through and managed to pick up 1 more round. They were so close. This was that scenario. Yeah. And now Mindfreak 1-0 up.
But that's a nice nerve settler for Mindfreak as well. That is their first map win on Contenders, so now they at least have avoided 0-20 season in their first season. I'm sure.
I don't think I don't think it's going to be that bad for them.
No, I was not even insinuating that it would be, but that might be something that, as a new player coming into Contenders, would be hanging over your head. You'd be wanting to say, look, at least we didn't get 0-20. But for them now, that's the first step on the way to maybe playoffs, getting into the top 8. That would be fantastic of a result for Mindfreak. And even right now, it feels like it might be too much of a stretch for them to be like, actually, we think we can get to playoffs. But if they do in their first season of Contenders, that's a phenomenal result for Mindfreak. And already being able to get a map win against Athletico, all it takes is another 2, and they've won the series.
Look, Jordan, you say that. Yeah, for me, at the moment, it's such a great start, considering how it can be a little bit daunting going up against some of the top teams at the start of the season. Look, we're going to head across to Hollywood now. I'm going to settle down. This could just be an outlier. This could just be Atletico with a little bit of cobwebs still in the system coming into season number 3. We're only into week 2, Jordan. So, you know, now heading across to Hollywood. This is Atletico's map choice.
Yep.
So they've got no excuses now.
They did play it last week, and they did get the win last week as well. If you remember, against Legacy, they weren't able to push all the way through the map, but on their defense, they looked so strong. And Legacy weren't even able to get through the first point. See who's starting off on the attack here when we do pan over the spawn. It is going to be Athletico to start off on attack. So Mindfreak have chosen defense here. And on the defensive side, they have gone with the Doomfist, with the Sombra. Again, looking for the picks onto Money, I guess in this case would be the easiest one. USMC though, maybe as well. Look, fairly immobile on the Hanzo.
Yeah. It just took them so long to change on that last round of Ilios, but in the end they got it. If they just can make the changes that they need to do a little bit earlier, maybe it's going to be enough for them here. We'll see how this plays out. We're going to follow Atletico out on attack. Termo on the Farah, looking for a little bit of early damage.
Yeah, we were expecting the Farah to come out on Ilios, but has come out pretty early here on Hollywood. Good damage being done by Turmo already. The direct rocket onto Lasky does force him away quite substantially. Right now, no commitment out from Athletico. They need to find this Doom.
Yeah, this Mindfreak roster very split up as well. They're going to be forced in to the middle to try and sort of hold on to the point for now. They want to contest. They want to stop Athletico from finding a very early, easy capture. But Kamsky's going to be the first one to go down. The DMAC comes out as well. And Athletico very quick onto Objective A. They're going to be onto this payload.
Turbo.
Look at this. Chasing them down, Jordan. Almost up to that rocket barrage as well.
Yeah, he's very bloodthirsty at the moment on that Widow. Pharah. So used to Turmo being on the Widow. But if he would have managed to connect one more direct rocket onto Fractured there, that would have been the end of him, and even more free push for Athletico. Not the case this time, but like you said, he's got the rocket barrage. USMC has decided to go over to the Zarya, but we'll need quite a bit of time to charge the barrage up. Or the barrage combo, at least, with the grab up. I think we'll just see this one thrown out by Turmo.
Ready to go, jumps into the middle. There we go, hits the Q. Finds one, looking for a second. Yes, there's the DMAC. That will be good. Christoph going to be cleaned up there as well. Nice little play coming out from Athletico. Trans will come out of Fractured, but really it's only a matter of time. And all this is going to do is make life a little bit tougher now for Mindfreak, because they're going to be staggered. The payload's going to get a lot of free push.
Yeah, a lot of resources invested into Turmo there. Of course, he throws out his own rocket barrage, but then Money does get the ultimate across onto him as well.
Already 50% here on Pharah.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm sure Evie was in there healing up as well. So Turmo, nicely done, but also did have the backup of the supports. Can't be left without mention. Starting again to look for another rocket barrage.
Well, it is International Thank Your Support Day today. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
I made it up, but let's go with it.
All right, thanks, Evie. Thanks, Money.
Well done, guys. Good job.
That's what
Self-destruct going to come out here. Oh, Fractured. Talk about thank you support. You can thank Zol there for a nice little pick onto one of the two support players here for Mindfreak. Going to get forced back as well. What can Lasky do?
Nothing. He's being booped around. He's being bullied. That's the main tank life. USMC will eventually finish him off, but there was nothing that Lasky could do and nothing that the rest of Mindfreak can do here. Against Turmo, he is utterly destroying them right now. The one saving grace for Mindfreak is that at least once Athletico push on through into point C, Turmo surely has to swap off Pharah.
Surely you can't use Pharah indoors. Mum won't let you. No playing inside the house here, Jordan.
That's right. You ever have a remote-controlled helicopter?
I had a helicopter that you attached to the roof.
And it would like spin around on the street.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Almost as good as this Athletico attacking side here on Hollywood, Jordan. They've been very impressive right now.
All right, so it is going to be the swap out from Athletico. We'll see if this slows things down a little bit for them. Gob onto Reinhardt, Turmo onto Brigitte. No more Pharah, no more terror from the sky for Mindfreak. Lasky does have quite a significant shatter advantage. Needs to find that to really turn the tables, make this one a little bit more favorable, at least for Mindfreak.
Particularly with the Coalescence now available and used straight away here. Lasky holding strong forward now, but going to be slept, yes. Gets brought back up there. Someone obviously doing a little bit of damage, but you can see that Mindfreak have used at least that Coalescence to gain a little bit of room. Athletico drops back ever slightly, not wanting to take that fight.
Big shatter, oh my god!
Shatter, there you go. That was the pick that Mindfreak needed. That was the ultimate that's going to do the work. Now they've got the payload in their sights. They're going to be able to secure this. But still 3 minutes and 50 seconds for Athletico to work with.
And that was a massive shatter from Lasky. To be fair, he wasn't under all that much pressure from Athletico, but still able to hit a nice one when the shield went down. I wonder if Kamsky's was involved there with the shield bash as well. Didn't quite get a look. Maybe we'll see it on the replay later on. But Athletico, they won't be too disappointed by that. They didn't put any ultimates in there, really. No. And they're able to push in with their own shatter now. Gob has one available. Eden, the grab as well from Sol.
Yeah, that was less than ideal. Athletico not going to have much to work with here at all. Lasky's shield looking low though. Earth Shatter coming out from Gob. Self-destruct comes through as well. Cleaning them all up right now, Jordan.
I have to make a correction. It was actually Christoph that ate the grab of USMC. I just assumed that it was Cool Whip's grab because Mindfreak had all that time to charge it up, but USMC actually had his available.
He did, yeah.
They were looking for the hole-in-one combo, but in the end they get the Earth Shatter self-destruct combo.
Earth Shatter used by Lasky, a desperate Earth Shatter. Unfortunately, no one there to find. Mindfreak going to trickle onto the payload, but you can see all of the kills going in Athletico's favor. This self-destruct not going to be able to do anything.
Off the point.
And no one on the point to keep that payload from getting Objective C. Well, pretty good time here coming out for Athletico. Jordan, look at this. Time remaining, 2 minutes, 42 seconds.
Yeah, not too bad at all from Athletico. No problems as what they saw against Legacy, where they really got bullied a little bit in that third phase of the map and couldn't quite get the ball rolling there. This time, as soon as a favourable fight presents itself, Gob with a big Earth Shatter, even despite the grab being eaten there by Christoph, does result in a nice combo for Athletico, and they knock it over pretty quickly. Now they're moving over onto the defensive side, and this is where I really want to see the fireworks from Athletico. This is the side that they were super solid on against Legacy, and their own defense, it just seemed impenetrable for Legacy, and we'll see whether or not that is going to continue against Mindfreak today as well. That said, Mindfreak, a little bit of a different style than what we saw from Legacy last week. They tend to be a little bit more GOATS-oriented. Mindfreak are quite happy, content to be playing that meta strategy, where Legacy, they were sort of trying to play a little bit more around with some of the DPS heroes like the Doomfist, like the Sombra, the Widowmaker. They like to change things up a little bit, and I think they were trying to play to the strengths of their DPS players, but wasn't necessarily working out so well for Legacy, at least in that case. But that's kind of a discussion for our next match when we do get to see Legacy. For now, it's going to be more or less GOATS up against GOATS. The only real difference is going to be that Gob does have the Winston, so a little bit more dive potential for Athletico here. What they want to do is they want to just, instead of going through the barrier, they want to go over the barrier and try and deal with the supports that way.
We'll see whether it works out. Obviously, that high ground advantage sitting on top of the cafe there as well can be difficult to deal with, Jordan. We'll see what Mindfreak can do as they push on out. Going to be behind Lasky Shields right now. Kamsky's there as well. Might be enough if they come out as one big ball of death. The Gob's ready for the counter dive, that's for sure.
Most certainly. At the moment, it's really just a bit of a push and a pull, trying to find the advantage. There are so many nuances when it comes to a matchup like this. And this really does come down to who can get the first pick. Yeah, that's going to be Termo dropping early. That's a big one as well.
It was indeed. Lasky's was so low, but all the picks going in favour of Mindfreak. This is a great start for the new Team 2 contenders. Last week, it was difficult up against the Drop Bears. This week, going up against Athletico. And right now, they seem to have Atletico's number, Jordan.
I mean, that's really the two opening picks that you want when you're going up against the GOATS composition. Maybe not necessarily in the order that they came, but if you can get the Winston and then the Brigitte, or vice versa, if you even get both of them, it doesn't matter when. Those are the two prime targets. The main tank and the Brigitte are so big in the GOATS composition that if one of those two goes down, or both in this case for Athletico, it's almost impossible to come back from that. And Mindfreak just had such a chunk of health in front of them.
Yeah, well, look at this. Mindfreak going to push through. They also have that ultimate charge straight away. It's got to go down. Big pick from Coolwit. Finds another Jordan. That's incredible. That's 3 from 3. Look at this as we swap across to the Zarya. You can see why that is happening.
Wow.
Was up to about 95% energy there. That is a ton of damage coming out from the Zarya.
What do you say about this one? At the moment, Mindfreak are absolutely slaughtering Athletico on this attack, and Athletico haven't even had a chance to really take any of these fights. Mindfreak, the beauty of that last fight as well is it was so clean that they didn't even need to use any ultimates apart from the rally.
Oh, look at this. Ready for a Graviton surge from behind. Right in the thick of things. This is Zarya, as always there. 100% energy. Self-destruct comes through. That finds Gob. And all they've had to use, Jordan, is 2 clean ultimates, and that should be enough to get the payload moving once again. Athletico caught out. They went into the house, and little did they know, lurking behind them was one big gravity well.
Yeah, this will be where you start getting a little bit distraught as Athletico. It feels like everything you do is counterpunched straight away by Mindfreak, and it just feels like as Athletico, there's literally nothing you can do to come back and to stop this momentum. Right now, Athletico really need to just reset. They need to get one good fight here so that they can give themselves a little bit of time to work with. And it might be this one. USMC with the grab. Super, super important. Great block from Gob.
Yeah, that's a good start. Sound barrier going to come out for Athletico as well. Transfer Mindfreak. We'll see who gets the better of the supports for now. Earthshatter comes through.
Gob.
That's the one. Gob, big plays. Termo follows through as well with the Brigitte. Going to get some kills. And Athletico finally going to win their first fight of this second half.
Yeah, but what did it cost them, Ben? A sound barrier, a grav surge, the earth shatter as well. 3 big ults out from Athletico. To be fair, Mindfreak also threw in both of their support ultimates and their earth shatter as well. But that's a very hefty investment for those fights. And we'll see if Mindfreak, who have been so far better with the cheap fights, with the dry fights, are actually going to be able to find an advantage here.
They're going to try and walk straight back into it, but it's Turmo right in the thick of things again, Jordan. Self-destruct from Mindfreak, looking for the pick. Oh, Krepstov! That is huge!
Oh,
Honestly, it looked like maybe Mindfreak had just walked into that unprepared. They lost one. Doesn't matter. One big explosive mech will deal all of the damage.
Gob trying his best there to shield the self-destruct, but I think his shield was literally cutting the self-destruct in two, so it was kind of irrelevant anyway. He wasn't able to get the shield on one side or the other of the self-destruct, so it hit both sides anyway, and everybody dies.
Graviton Surge on defense here from Athletico. Gob does have that Earth Shatter available as well. Cool Whip surely goes down.
What are we watching?
And Zol comes through. I don't even know which self-destruct was better. Both of them incredibly impactful, Jordan. Wow.
Wow, indeed. Well, that really turns the table straight back in the favor of Athletico once again. Time starting to tick away from Mindfreak a little bit here. Still got about a minute over Athletico right now, but it seems far-fetched that Mindfreak are going to finish this quicker than what Athletico were able to do. Just based on that last fight now, it is going to take another minute, 2 minutes here for Mindfreak to finish off this map. So at the very least, Athletico should go through with a time advantage.
Sound barrier going to come out here for Athletico. Lasky throws out an Earth Shatter, finds Gob. That's Kamsky's doing the damage as well. Looking to follow it up, looking for the Zarya. So close, but a little bit too far away. Money will find one. Zol comes through as well. Athletico's starting to stabilize. They're on the payload. They're pushing back, as you said, Jordan. Now it feels like Mindfreak has a little bit more work to do. Athletico going to get that advantage back in their favor. And at least, even though they had a pretty poor start on defense, they're going to end up with more time than their opponents.
Yeah, definitely. There's a big combo coming up, though, for Mindfreak. I think this is going to be the push that they have to make work. Otherwise, Athletico will come up on some power plays. There's a Transcendence to deal with the grab, but the Transcendence can't do anything against the self-destruct if it's well placed.
Gob charges in. He's got that barrier on his as well. And another big self-destruct for Athletico. Finds both supports.
Really good stuff from Athletico. They force the issue before Mindfreak have an opportunity to set up their combo. Athletico know they're on the ropes in that fight, and they decide to start the fight on their own terms. They finish the fight on their own terms there as well. A fantastic self-destruct across from Zol. Mindfreak, though, will continue to press the attack.
They certainly will. Looking at the time, 2 minutes and 8 seconds remain. It's Mindfreak with that advantage at least in terms of ultimates. They're going to throw out a couple. Big self-destruct coming through, maybe on the wrong side. Transcendence there, coming out from Money as well. Going to try and keep Athletico alive and doing a very good job. Mindfreak throwing in a lot into this right now.
Oh, denied!
It's not going to do what it needs to, Jordan. They will find Turmo. Of course, the spawns in Atletico's advantage right now, even though the kills are going Mindfreak's way. They're going their way, but they're going their way a little bit too slowly.
I can't even tell whose shatter it was that got cancelled there, whether it was Lasky or Gob. I think it might have been Gob's. Really hard to say. So much action going on in this match, and Mindfreak now finally pushing into the final point. Atletico will get one more contest. Turmo immediately eliminated 1 by 1. That's exactly what Mindfreak need to be doing.
Yeah. You can see Athletico doing what they can to get onto the payload. They've got a couple players now here, self-destruct. This should theoretically be enough. No one can get onto the point when you got a big exploding mech in your face. And they are successful here on attack, but Athletico going to get the better of their opponents on this occasion. It is 3-3, but when you look at the time remaining, more than double that time is available here for Athletico.
Yeah, I wonder how impactful the time difference is going to be, though, because for both these two teams, pushing through point A was really a simple, clean affair. And so the time is not then necessarily going to be a factor for them because we're going to get into the overtime push of the payload. That's where we're really going to make or break this one for both of these two teams. Mindfreak will be on the attack first. As long as they can get through the first point and continue that steamroll going with the overtime push on the payload, they might actually be able to post a very respectable distance here and really cause some problems for Athletico, even despite a minute and a half in that time bank advantage. For me right now, it's kind of hard to tell actually who's going to come away with the win here. Sure, Athletico posted the better time, but I got to say, I think there was some good moments definitely there from Mindfreak, and it's absolutely within the realms of possibility that they're going to be able to go up 2-0 in this one, even despite being behind.
That would be a pretty incredible start to this matchup, wouldn't it? Going into halftime with Mindfreak up on a 2-0 lead, but for now, Athletico are going to be on defense to start this off. They did do the first phase in a better time. That means they get to defend first. And now the pressure really is on Mindfreak here. They have this opportunity. Can they grasp it and go up 2-0?
That's a very big question, Ben, and a very, very big advantage if they go up 2-0. Really would put a lot of pressure on Athletico. At the moment, it is still favourable for Athletico. That much has to be said. We've been talking a lot about Mindfreak, but Athletico are the ones that, based on that time, should win this map. And it's going to be Mindfreak that will try to snatch a victory from the jaws of defeat.
Well, Termo's going to find Lasky first, a very important pick and very different to the first time round, Jordan. We just saw Mindfreak attack, and it was them who got the first pick on the first point, and that's why they did it so quickly. Very
good fundamentals, though, from Mindfreak. Immediately resetting. There's no messing around. There's no sticking in that fight, trying to do a little bit more damage. They just immediately back away. They know that they only have time for one more push here, and this could really be the end of the map if they don't cap even a tick here.
Gob up to 80%, looking for a very big Earth Shatter in just a moment. Needs to stay alive, probably will. 88% for now.
Oh, they got time for one more push if they back away.
Down. They're going to try and chase these guys down. If he can get through, find 100%, maybe even find an Earth Shatter right here, that will be the end of things. Not even going to need to, John. Look at this. Goob Lasky fractured down. Great play from Athletico on defense, to be fair. Mindfreak did what they could, but Athletico just that little bit better.
Yeah, that was a perfect chase from Athletico. Huge stuff from them, and does mean that Mindfreak aren't going to get a third offensive push. They just could not back away in time, even despite Mindfreak being so decisive in that back away. So too were Athletico on their push on forward, and now it is Atletico's map for the taking. 2.5 minutes is about what they have to play with here. If they don't cap out a single tick, though, we're onto a tie going into the second half of this series with a 1-0 advantage. Still favourable for Mindfreak.
Yeah.
But it has to be said right now, 2 minutes and 40 seconds definitely feels like enough for Athletico to cap this out.
Absolutely. Considering they only need to get 33%, just 1/3 of the point is enough to make it 1-1 heading into halftime. Look, to be fair, one would expect Athletico can do this, but Mindfreak, how strong could they be here on defense?
Look at how long it takes Mindfreak to decide what they're going to run as well. They don't instantly lock in a composition. They're not sure what Athletico is going to be doing here. They're not sure if they have to play counter to the Farah like what they saw on the original push, which is exactly what they have to deal with. But they've gone for the GOATS composition once again, Mindfreak. And against what Athletico is running, given the strength that Termo displayed on the Farah in their last attacking round for Athletico, it doesn't seem like it's going to be working too nicely for Mindfreak.
No,
you really need to focus on the ground.
It's definitely tough when you know your opponents can just come out with something peculiar, and if you can't counter it, that's it, you're done. They will do what they can. Termo coming out with the Farah, USMC here on the Hanzo. Look, anything is possible, Jordan. It's going to be high ground for Mindfreak to start this one.
Oh, Goobs needs to be careful.
In a bad position right now. Termo looking right down the sides, and Gob picks up these then to start things off. That is definitely less than ideal here for Mindfreak. Serious potential for Athletico just to waltz onto the point.
Well, Mindfreak need to respond with a pick of their own. That's what they tried to do by pushing forward there, but no such luck. Athletico just backing away, healing themselves up, and now really committing to the push.
They've got the high ground. They're overlooking Mindfreak on the point. Termo still alive, only up to 55%. Still a little bit of work to do. Everyone still up and standing now. You'll see that everyone back onto the point. How long can Termo stay alive? How many rockets can he fire? Zol going to get demeched. Less than ideal for sure. Lasky finds one as well. Mindfreak looking good on defense right now. USMC, we've got 138 on the clock. Surely he doesn't throw anything out here. Surely we fall back.
I have no idea how Mindfreak have held on to that one, but Athletico just don't manage to get the damage across that they need. They have a lot of ultimates available right now. Big stuff out for Termo and USMC to kind of punch through Mindfreak, but the same can be said. Mindfreak have enough to hang on here. They have a sound barrier. Coalescence up soon. Coalescence will be able to deal with Termo a little bit as well because you can shoot into the air. Farah going to be under pressure then. There's a Graviton Surge from Cool Whip.
We can hear it in the background. The D-Max come out as well. Gob going to pop that Primal Rage. Termo uses the barrage, throws through, finds Lasky. That's a pretty big pick, but Mindfreaks found a big pick of their own. Onto the point, Athletico goes. Zol going to get picked back up. Back into the mech he goes. This might be enough. Self-destruct comes through on defense, looking for a pick. Not going to happen. Still Jordan, Mindfreak in a safe spot on the point. Athletico going to push back on. Coalescence for defense. This is big. What can Goob do? Both these tanks looking to get pushed off. Dragon Strike comes through, tries to fight the pick. Self-destruct now from Athletico. Forces everyone off. Only looking for 33%, Jordan. But Lasky goes down. That is huge.
That is huge indeed because he had Earth Shatter available. Now there's nothing for Mindfreak, and finally Mindfreak will topple on this defense. Athletico getting the better of it. Another Rocket Barrage out for Termo, and this will be the final blow as the second map is going to go the way of Athletico.
Wow. that was so very close. 4-3. The final score here on Hollywood, Jordan. We are 1 apiece. And both of those maps have really gone all the way to the end. That's very impressive, and I'm excited to see that Mindfreak is so competitive up against this Athletico lineup.
Yeah, Mindfreak definitely looking super solid. I don't think you can say, look, it's Athletico playing really, really well, head and shoulders above Mindfreak. To be fair, they are playing very well, but Mindfreak is matching them. And I think that's the real key takeaway, is that Mindfreak being able to match a team like Athletico. Yeah, sure, let's talk about Athletico maybe not putting in as much scrim time as the rest of the teams. Maybe taking it a bit easier than some of the other teams. At least that's the word on the street. But for Mindfreak, a team that has never played in Contenders until this season, not a single player to be able to come in and to be able to stand up against players like what you've got on Athletico, I think is very respectable in itself. A 1-1 right now and a very close 1-1 as well. Still leaves a lot up in the air headed into the second half of this series. So many questions to be answered here. And Ben, I could not tell you who I think is going to win this series.
Yeah, neither can I right now. The thing is, look, neither of these teams are playing poorly. They're both putting on a great show, which is what makes it so exciting. And the fact that we're now 1-1 really does go to show that maybe this Group A is going to be a little bit closer than we thought at the start of the season. Right in the middle of the shield. What can you do, John?
Yeah.
Literally nothing.
Yeah, absolutely nothing that Gob could do there. In the end, that was a great charge out from Gob, able to get rid of USMC. The grab follows up. Oh, sorry, the self-destruct follows up. Across the board, big plays out from both sides. That was a great map to watch. I'm going to have to go back and have a look at that one on the VOD, because that was very, very fun. But for me, right now, these two teams, there's not too much between them. I still kind of feel like Athletico a little bit ahead. I'm still kind of backing Athletico to finish this series off with a win. But how close it's going to be, could we get to a 5th map here? I think is a very real possibility right now.
Yeah, can't help but agree here, Jordan. Atletico maybe looking just that little bit strong, but Mindfreak taking every advantage that they can find and making the absolute most of it. We are 1-1 after 2 maps, heading into halftime. This is an absolute cracker of a match. We'll see you right after this break.